2, 3, 4. Guys, this is the Ode to Joy from Beethoven's Ninth Symphony. It's probably one of the most famous tunes or melodies he ever wrote. And it's great that they feature this in the Piano Adventures book. Now, the best way to learn this piece, I suppose, is to start hands apart and to just practice each hand until you're very, very familiar with it. Let's start with the right hand. Okay, so here we go. We're going to start in position C. All right, starting on our third finger on an E. All right. Now, one of the things they're introducing you to on these 2 pages is the concept of phrase shaping. So you'll notice that they have these crescendos and decrescendo marks in the music written down, and those are to help you to shape each individual phrase. And each phrase, in case you're wondering what it is, it's underneath that entire slur mark for the right hand. So a phrase is typically 4 bars long, and each phrase here is 4 bars long. Okay, so try and follow the crescendo and decrescendo. All right, here we go. We'll go a little bit slow. All right, you can play along, or you could just listen and I'll talk you through it, and you can try by yourself later. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're going to do a little crescendo here. And round your phrase off and back to mezzo piano. Crescendo. Decrescendo. Now piano. Get louder. Now let's add this left hand note. That's the end of the phrase. This is all forte. And try and slur all your notes as it's written. And we'll round it off here. Here we're going to move our hand up 1 octave. And make sure those 8th notes are double the speed of the quarter notes that we were just playing. Here are the 8th notes again. Get louder. And round it off. And back down the octave. Crescendo. And add the left hand at the end. And we're going to end at a forte. Get it? A little slower so we can end nicely. All right, let's have a look at the left hand now. All right, so the left hand is quite a bit simpler than the right hand. Now, with the right hand, as we were playing, you might notice that there's a lot of repeated phrases. So there's a lot of repeats going on. It does make it a little bit easier to play. All right, so on the left hand, we have the exact same phenomenon going on here. All right, so when we're playing left hand, here's line 1. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. you notice that the first two measures of every line actually starts the same on the left hand. Watch, it's exactly the same as the first line. Here we go. 3, 4. It's exactly the same with a different ending. That's the ending. So let's call that first ending ending 1, and the ending that we just played here ending 2. Okay? So let's go back to the beginning and try that again. All right, so here it goes. Here's left hand with ending 1. Here's ending 1. It's just the whole note. 2, 3, 4. Resting for 4. Now with ending 2. All right, third line is very easy. It's just a G, and you're going to hold it for most of the line. All right, and on the last measure of the line, you're going to lift it up for the rest and play the last note of our melody. Okay, moving on to the second page. Here's the first line of the second page. It starts with a 5th. All right, and then our normal left hand phrase with the second ending and a 5th again. And here we go, playing the exact same thing. This time with the first ending and a 5th. Now with the second ending. And then here we go with the long note on a G. All right, so try and remember how the left hand goes. It's the same thing every single line except for the endings. All right? Here we go. Last line, 5th. And here we go with our left hand. Here's a second ending on a C major chord. All right? Now, it's time to put the hands together. All right? So when you're putting the hands together, what you should know is the hands are almost always moving in similar motion. They're not playing the same notes, but they're going in the same direction. And they're always stepping in this piece. All right, so the right hand starts by itself. And in every line, there is one note where both hands, the left hand skips up while the right hand is still stepping down. That's the only time they move in opposite directions. But it's actually really easy because you'll notice that when we play it, same direction, and then they go in opposite directions, but notice I'm using my second finger in both hands. So on the last beat of the second measure of every line that the left hand is moving, which is the majority of the lines, right? You want to use your second finger and in both hands together, and that will align your hands together when you're trying to put this together. It makes it much easier. Okay, so putting it hands together, we go. The left hand joins. Second fingers, and then they go in similar motion. Up, and it goes back down. Right? Here we go. They're going down together. Second fingers, down, and up, and down again. All right, this last line, next line is very easy. Okay, and so you can keep going on that, putting it hands together. It's very easy. Just don't forget to move your right hand up an octave for measure 17 and back down the octave in measure 25. Okay, good luck with that, and we'll see you in the next video. That's it for this video. If you found this video helpful, please consider clicking on that like button and subscribing to my channel. Thanks for watching.